We tend to this. Several illegal immigrants have been arrested and two illegally occupied buildings have been closed down earlier this week during a raid by officials. City of Joburg acting Mayor Kunene alongside JMPD and officials from the Department of Immigration and Home Affairs were part of this operation to ensure compliance with municipal bylaws. I'm joined now by the MMC for Human Settlements, Mlungisi Mabaso, who's also in the City of Johannesburg. MMC, good to have you. Does this represent, I suppose, a win as far as the war is against hijacked buildings?
Thank you very much, Utom Dala, and greetings to yourself and the viewers. Yes, of course, we are happy with the strides that we have made towards reclaiming the hijack and the bad buildings in our CPDs, but also cleaning up the inner cities and also dealing with issues of crime within our CPDs, not only in our traditional inner city, but in all of our 6 CPDs within the City of Johannesburg. And we appreciate the cooperation from the law enforcement agencies. Home Affairs has been very instrumental in assisting us to deal with illegal immigrants within our CPDs because we want to deal with issues of crime. We want to reclaim our hijack and bad buildings so that we are able to release them to private investors for them to develop these properties, and also for us as the Department of Human Settlements to convert these buildings into social and affordable houses, but also allow other buildings also to assist our residents to participate in the economic activities that these buildings, open opportunities for our residents. So we really appreciate the work that we have been doing, and we appreciate the collaboration that we've been having, especially with the law enforcement agencies and with other stakeholders in the city, because we do work with the residents, we do work with NGOs, and there are other interested groupings that have also collaborated with us in the city, and we really appreciate the work that we've been doing.
Yeah. So I would ask, why are you not carrying out more of these unexpected raids, which could lead at least to uncovering more and more of these buildings and makeshift shacks that are hidden somewhere within the cities?
Well, we do. I've done 3 operations already in the inner city as the MMC for Human Settlements. MMC Public Safety has been very hard on the ground, including the MMC for Economic Development. And there are operations that are led by the Executive Mayor himself. So there have been quite a lot of work that we've been doing in the inner city. In fact, there is a dedicated programs that are directed towards cleaning our CPDs. So it's been very hard on the ground. And even now, we are taking these operations now as the Department of Human Settlements into our informal settlements, because what you see in the inner city is something that is also happening within our informal settlements, where you will find a majority of the residents within the informal settlements are undocumented foreign nationals that we are unable to deal with them, and we're finding it even very difficult to commence processes of formalizing the informal settlements because they are there in our spaces and they make it very hard for us to get in the space and work. So these operations have been ongoing in the city, and we are going to intensify these operations because the intention here is to reclaim our city, deal with issues of crime, but also reclaim the buildings that have been hijacked and the spaces that have been invaded and also hijacked by the undocumented foreign nationals, so that we are able to work in the space. But we are not only dealing with undocumented foreign nationals. There are other crime-related activities that are happening. There are properties that have illegally connected into our grids. They are stealing our services and they are not paying. So in these operations, we are also dealing with those kind of criminal elements. But also there are most wanted criminals that are being harbored in these properties as well. So through these operations, we are also able to get those people, and JMPD and also SAPS. They've been very hard in that kind of a response, and that's why we really appreciate the work that have been done by our law enforcement agencies in collaboration with other sister departments within the city and other spheres of government.
Now, if we were to be honest, I mean, the raiding is one part that is taken care of. You have a larger concern to provide more accommodation because the more people come to the city, the more you're going to have this problem of hijacked buildings and dilapidated buildings.
Yeah, well, that's the fact. Because of the influx to Johannesburg, people seeking economic opportunities. So these kind of things are bound to happen. But what is imperative here is for us in the city to enforce our bylaws, make sure that there is law and order within our CPDs in the city of Johannesburg, so that even those that are seeking accommodation, at least they are able to be accommodated in a proper and a coordinated manner. We don't want people to reside in hijacked buildings. We don't want people to occupy bad buildings because it also exposes them to any form of disasters that we do not want in the city. And that's why we are very hard in reclaiming these properties so that we are able to convert them. I mean, in the next week, myself and the executive mayor will be addressing the Reside Summit, where we will be seeking more investors in the inner city so that they come in and invest their monies in repurposing these properties, in reconverting these properties into affordable and low-cost rentals, so for us to be able to accommodate our residents. But part of the strategy that we'll be bringing in council, and we have finalized the strategic document, we want to implement or initiate the first integrated development in the inner city, where you will have RDP houses, low-cost, affordable, and also flips apartments within the inner city. So that document has been concluded by the department, and it will be serving in various structures within the city of Johannesburg, so that we are able to take that report into council. And those efforts are meant to make it affordable for our residents to reside within the inner city. But that strategy as well is actually going to assist us to reclaim more buildings, attract more investment in the inner city, so that we are able to make it more affordable for our residents to reside in the inner city. Because even those that are residing in these buildings, majority of them are renting to certain slum lords, and they are paying an exorbitant amount of money, and they've connected illegally into our grids, and they are not paying these services to the municipality. And that's why, as the department, we decided to devise that strategy, because we want to close all those gaps so that we make it easy for our residents to reside in the inner city.
MMC, we appreciate your time. Thanks so much for coming on. Mlungisi Mabaso, MMC for Human Settlements in the city.